Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 2. Today we have got two really big and important games coming up. We've got Leicester, who sit just above us in the table by 2 points. They're coming up first. And then we've got Stoke, who are out of the relegation battle, but they're still at the lower half side, and we can still get a pretty decent result against them. First of all, apologies for no videos on Thursday and Friday. As you saw on Twitter, on Thursday, my girlfriend's sister gave birth, so we're a bit preoccupied by seeing the baby and things like that, so that's why there was no video then. And then yesterday, Friday, there was no video because I was called to a planning meeting, a very important planning meeting it's a music festival that essentially my friend set it up for his 18th birthday a good few years ago now. And then since then, we've been getting involved every year, trying to make this thing bigger and bigger. It's just sort of got a bit out of hand. And this year, hopefully, we'll have about 2,000 people coming to it this year, which is really good. It's next weekend. It's in Lincolnshire. It's in a place called Horncastle, only like 20 minutes from Lincoln. So if you've got a bit of time next weekend and you feel like, yeah, I want to go to a music festival, there is still time to get tickets. I'll put some links in the description below. You can also Google it. It's called Beyond the Woods Music Festival. So have a Google of that as well. Look at the link in the description, something like that. If the link's not there, Google it. You should be able to find it. It's a great festival. We've got a really great lineup this year. And of course, if you go, you get to have the wonderful attraction of meeting me, which has probably put all of you off from buying tickets. But if you want to let me know if you're coming or you want to get tickets, link in the description, tweet me, Google it, whatever. I'll get you a ticket. No, I won't. You have to buy a ticket, but I'll show you where to get tickets from. Either way, that's why there were no videos yesterday and Thursday, so I do apologise for that, but we'll have a bumper weekend of videos, so good luck getting through all these. Right then, since you were last here, we only played the 2 games. Last episode, we played Huddersfield and Newcastle in some agonising results, so we should have beaten Huddersfield and probably should have got a draw against Newcastle. Since then, we played Derby and got a 1-1 draw with them. Greg Smith saving us in the 81st minute, but Thomas Christensen picking up a knock in that game, which was a bit frustrating. We had a game against Brighton as well, which sort of the less said about that, the better, as we lost it 3-0. So we go into the final few games of the season needing a couple of wins, really, to save ourselves. And hopefully we'll get one today against Leicester, hopefully one against Stoke. But then next episode, tomorrow's episode, we've got Southampton in 17th and Swansea in 20th. So massive relegation battle for the final episode of the season. If we win both of those games and the Leicester game, I reckon we probably will stay up this season. But it all depends on other results around us. If we look at the table, we actually currently are in the relegation zone in 18th, which is a bit frustrating, I've got to say, on our part. 23 points, 2 points behind Southampton, 2 points behind Leicester. Everton, by the way, who were bottom of the table for quite a while, have had a real renaissance, and they're up to 27 points now, and you could argue almost safe from relegation now. So they're doing quite well, Everton. Either way, we need to get into today's game against Leicester. So we've got a pretty normal it's a pretty normal lineup, to be fair. We don't really change it too much because this is the best 11 we've got. We've got Jose Pedro in goal with Garana, Taverny, Brillinger and Smith as the back line. Donker, Ferguson and Throde Fenny in the middle. Philip on the left-hand side, because I said Christensen did pick up an injury in one of the games in between episodes, so he's out of the team. For the Leicester game at least, maybe even for the game against Stoke as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Abel on the right-hand side, and Mike Pomeroy leads the line for us today at the moment. Hopefully, we'll get that tally up from 7 to 10 goals. Hopefully, Lee Phillip will do the same as well. Hopefully, they'll both get to 10 goals or so. If they can do that, that's probably a successful season for both of them. Right then, kickoff is upon us here today. We are at home against Leicester, so hopefully the home crowd will be cheering us on, looking for us to get the win here today, and we need to win this game. This really is a must-win game in every sense of the word. We've got to put in a shift today, and we've got to get performance out of the boys. 15 minutes into the game, and we've only had one shot, the one shot of the entire game, but it is Leicester who are coming forward. Jose Pedro with another, not just, a general huge save, another huge save. Every game we call upon him, and he just makes these world-class saves. He's such a good goalkeeper. He was expensive, but he was worth every single penny. If we didn't have him in the back of the net as Leicester come close once again, we really would be rock bottom of the table with no chance of survival. He's done absolutely wonderful things for us as Brillinger puts the free kick in. Abel's gone down in the area, and it's going to be a penalty. And I was meant to try and change the penalty taker, but I can't. It's going to be Lee Phillip taking the penalty for his 6th of the season. Don't let us down. He puts it in the back of the net. Lee Phillip, for his 6th of the season, you love to see it, puts us 1-0 up against Leicester. And you can see on the table here, we climb out of their relegation zone into 16th place. Cool, calm, collected. It wasn't even the best penalty, to be fair, but the keeper just didn't really move at all. If we scroll down here, you can see we're now up to 16th in the table on 26 points. A point ahead of Leicester. Now, potentially we could have Southampton overtake us when they play their game, because we played 31 compared to Southampton's 30. But it's a good sign for us, with a few games left to go this season. 7 games after this left to go in the season. As long as we can just stay out of that bottom 3 for the rest of the season, if we maintain the result here today, that will be fun. I mean, what kind of a free kick are we conceding there? I mean, he's got no right to be scoring that. Jose Pedro's let us down a little bit there. I think he's anticipating the cross, but oh, really, Jose Pedro, you should be saving that. That was atrocious. That's frustrating. So, pegged it back to 1-1 right now, but I was going to say we're the better side, but we're not. Leicester have had a lot more shots. They have twice as many shots as us so far today, Leicester, so we need to sort this one out. So as we approach half-time, we need to go aggressive. Not happy with the performance out there. A lot of green motivated faces out there, which is good to see. Hopefully, we come out all guns blazing in the second half and grab a winner. A 90th minute winner, that would be the best option for me. I'd like to see that happen. So, Leicester looking to come forward now through their number 14, Lund, who gets it into... I mean, this is not how I expected the second half to start, if I'm honest with you. We're going to go demand more out there, because this really is not acceptable. Lee Phillip can't win his header. And then this is just way too easy. Way too easy. They just lose their Donker. Donker, lad. Is that? I'm sure it's Donker. It's Donker. And that just shows that Donker really isn't good enough for this level. We need someone better. We need just a better everywhere, really, if we're being honest with ourselves. But, boys, come on. We need to do better than this. We're going to show some passion. Show some passion out there. Get some goals scored. Brillinger's going to go for the shot. It's saved. Ferguson on the rebound. Gets his 4th of the season. Bringing it back to 2-2 on the score sheet. That is what you want to see. You love to see it. Brillinger's... I mean, it's a bad free kick to fair, but the keeper just doesn't deal with it. Actually, Ferguson shoots, but it's a sly tackle of this defender that actually turns it into the back of a net out the way of the keeper. Otherwise, that wasn't going in the back of a net. Right, and courage out there. We need to grab another goal. Please, boys. Please. I'm begging you. Oh, don't do this to us, lads. Jose Pedro with another great save out there as well. Always making those saves for us. 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go. I say 15. It's 10 minutes to go now. Less than 10 minutes to go. We need to get creative out there. I mean, I don't quite know who I can bring on. Donker's coming off. We'll bring on Dante Clement. There's no one else to bring on. There's no other change that we can make that's going to affect the game at all. Very attacking, please, for the final few minutes of today's game. Please, boys, just grab one goal in the 90th for me. A draw's not an awful result, but it does still leave us in the relegation zone. There's still plenty of time to get out of it, but we needed the win here today, boys. We needed it, and there's a chance... No, there's no chances. Or maybe there's still a chance of Throde Fenny into Clement. Clement just can't pass the ball, and that is going to be that as the clock ticks down. Full time, there it is. Lincoln 2, Leicester 2. We've picked up a point. We've picked up a point at least. Which isn't the worst, but we've got to keep an eye on what Southampton do and Huddersfield do as well. Because if they both win, we are in trouble. Oh, 8 games in a row without winning now. That is poor. We have to fix... That is relegation form. That is 8 games without winning. That is relegation form. Oh, I should probably mention to you, we had some youth candidates. We had the REGEN day, and for the first time ever, or I think the first time since perhaps the second season we did this, I've actually signed players. Now, none of them are actually that good, but I thought some of them could be. Now, ignore some of these players, because Edmondson, Fairweather, they're first team players, aren't they? But this guy, Reece Crowthurst, he's the best REGEN we've had ever, I think, and he's a 3-star potential REGEN, which is quite good. Reece Crowthurst, centre-back. He's the best one we've got. He's currently at Vanarama North and South level, which is the best we've ever had. I think we've had 5-star REGENs in the past, but their 5-star was... because we were down in the Vanarama, not even Vanarama, we were down in like the national, not even national, what am I trying to say? We were down in like some rubbish regional leagues basically, and the best players we had were 5-star REGENs, but their 5 stars were probably Vanarama North South level. So this guy is the best REGEN we have ever had at the club, and he's still atrocious. Right, 11 days off then until the Stoke game. So, at least the players will get a good rest. They'll get a good rest. be refreshed, hopefully pull out a decent result. Oh, international break. There's quite a few players on international break. Up to 5 players at one on 4 days there. 5 players. So actually, some of our key players probably won't be fully rested, but we can deal with that. We can deal with it. It's Garana, Abel, and Jefferson Brillinger all called up to the Brazilian under-23 side. You love to see that. That's fantastic, lads. Because I only know the 3 Brazilians that are these guys here that make the 2 to the 5, the 3 Brazilians. Donker will be one of them. Definitely Donker, because he plays for Ghana internationally. But who else do we have playing international football? Well, according to this, I mean, Tyrone Fenney's suspended, so he can't play next game. But we've got 4 players there on international duty. Have we got anyone else? Ooh. What is this mystery then? Absolute mystery. Oh, Mohamed Amamu, who doesn't even play for us. He's on loan at Plymouth. So, well, that was a bit of an anticlimax. Oh, transfer news for you. Because Mohamed Amamu, the guy we just found out was on international duty, because he's made his first he's played an international appearance either way, which triggered a clause in his transfer deal apparently, which means we pay Manchester City £0. I mean, why is that even news? Why is that even in his contract clause? Why is that even there? Right. Tactically, I'm not quite sure what to do against Stoke, because Donker's not there, so we can't really play with the CDM, although he's not really much of a CDM anymore, especially at this level. But I don't really want to go, we're missing midfielders. I think then, I think we go to this formation instead. Let's have a go with this one then. So we want Sorolina in there as well. I think him and Brillinger can swap over quite nicely. Yeah, they can do that. Garana and Smith are fine as they are. We've got to bring who actually can play in centre midfield. I mean, you hate to see it, really, don't you? You hate to see this kind of thing. But we're going to have to put Sam Durant on, who is nowhere near good enough this level. I don't know why he's still at the club. No one wants to buy him. That's what it is, probably. He's just got the luxury of having an extra year on his contract. Dante Clement goes in for Abel up there. Donker's got to come off the bench for Christiansen. There we go. It's not a strong lineup at all, but hopefully, we need to really strengthen next. Midfield is so weak, and it's my fault. I mean, it is my fault. It's a mixture. It's my fault for not signing too many, but it's also not my fault because no one wants to join us. So that's not my fault. No one wants to join us, and no one good enough wants to join us either. That's not my fault. But once again, we are at home, and that reminds me, someone asked to see the home and away form table. So we'll have a look at that after this game. Hopefully, we can add another win to our home form because, God, we need it. Currently, though, 15 minutes into the game, really positive signs of being 70% possession to Stoke and 6 shots for Stoke to our 0 shots. On 1 shot now. I should not have changed formation, really, should I? Why did I do that? Because it's not working out very well for us at the moment, is it? Corner for Stoke, and if this goes in the back of the net, which it hasn't, I was going to say that could actually be game over, which is frustrating. I didn't actually see Southampton's game actually pop up any time in between episodes, in between games, sorry, but Southampton must have lost because we're now level on points with them after drawing this game, obviously, as... it's disallowed. Fantastic. Disallowed. Stoke's goal disallowed. Won't stand. You love to see it. Right. We've got half-time now, so we can go a bit aggressive at half-time, I think. But we've got a chance maybe just before half-time. Smith. Lee Phillip. Can't get it. Sam Durant, who's useless. Ferguson on the ball. Back to Sam Durant, who again is useless. Back to Ferguson. All he can do is pass to Ferguson. Garana. Cross. Come on, lads. We're so close to getting this cross sorted. Their clearance is poor. Right. Sorolina. Sort it out. Durant. Come on, lads. Get the tackle in. Let's not concede a goal just before half-time as here comes Stoke. Koopman. Come on. We have to win this game. Huddersfield have still got 2 games in hand as it stands right now as well. This is... Oh, boys. I hate Football Manager. I think we're going down. I really think we're going down. Ooh. I thought keeping some men behind the ball and going like proper counter-attacking style, we'd be the ones counter-attacking scoring goals, not the other way around. That's not meant to happen. Stoke coming forward once again. And it's not looking promising, really, boys. As Johnson Hansen, what a name that is, Johnson Hansen. Koopman once again puts the cross in, and again, boys, sort yourselves out. Demand more. We're not standing for this. Please, please. I mean, you're letting them goal side of you, boys. That's just basics. Why are we so atrocious? Well, it's not really worked out, this, at all. It's not worked out. So Abel back on... No, actually, hold on a second here. We'll put Brillinger up there, but we'll swap him for Sorolina, because I'm not having Sorolina on the pitch anymore. So Dante Clement, swap over. Abel, on. Who's played better? Philip, and they both play atrociously, Philip and Pomeroy. We'll leave Philip on. Pomeroy on, sorry. Philip can come off for... Christensen, get on. And we're also going to go very attacking. I mean, it's probably way too late to do this now, but we've got to try and do something to get something out of this game. We'll say show some passion when it comes up next time as well. Frustratingly, we're actually recording more shots and more possession now that we switched formations. So, my fault again. We should have started on this one probably. We should have started on this one. Because we are running right now. We're catching up in the stats. And you hate to see that because this episode it's just not gone to plan, has it? Not gone to plan. And now we've lost this game against Stoke because we're not scoring three goals in the next 2 minutes. And we're still in the relegation zone. Everton are getting further away. Southampton, Leicester potentially will be getting further away as well. Boys, come on. Come on, boys. Why do I always give it to my assistant manager to do the team talk? Because he's probably said the wrong thing, like saying, "Well done, lads, that was a good result for us. You played really well." Well, you didn't play well. You lost it. And we need to win. Boys, come on. I don't know where this boys come on has come from as well. I don't know why I've started saying that. Home form, away form. Someone wanted to see that. So home record, we are bottom of the table for home record with 11 points. You love to see that. Away record, we're actually a bit better. We're up there in, not bottom, on 13 points. So we're actually better away from home than we are at home. However, how many games have we played away? Away we've played 16 games. Our home record, 16 games. Okay. We're better away from home. We need to sort this out, definitely. And next episode, we are going to play Southampton and Swansea. And fingers crossed, neither of them win any single game. Hopefully they don't win a single game. Because we need to win both of them. And make sure we stay in touching distance with Southampton. We've got, in between episodes, we've got West Ham, Chelsea. We're not winning any of those games, are we? We're not winning any of those games. So thank you very much for watching. If you've somehow enjoyed today's episode, and it looks like we are going to be going down this season, please do drop a like on the video. If you're new around here, please do subscribe. It'd be great to have you on board on the channel and hitting the notification bell so you can see a notification every single day to watch me lose some Premier League games, which is, I mean, who doesn't want to see that, really? Who doesn't want to see that? But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Lincoln Loco action.